Hey, we're live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Chat, can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now, chat? I'd love to know if you can hear me. Please type things. Please type many things in the chat. Um, if you can hear me, if you can hear me live. Uh, Here we go. Here, let me retweet that. Retweet the stream link now. Let's see. Am I live, chat? Awesome. Good, good. Everyone can hear me. Good. Uh, Live now. Join for funny. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Good to hear. I edited a Wikipedia video, everybody. I mean, sorry, I edited a Wikipedia article. Okay, so here. This is the funny, as we call it. Um Here, hold on. God, I finished editing Wikipedia 5 seconds before this. Robot Beat told me to. And I guess that's a thing that I do now. I guess I from Oxnard, California. Hello, Miranda. That is incredible. California, I'm sorry about that. I hope you can recover. Um, Here we go. Awesome. Awesome. God, I love Microsoft PowerPoint. Um, because it's really helpful. Okay. Microsoft, you do not respect my privacy. Shut up. You really don't. Okay, here we go. Perigian is Wikipedia editor arc. Perigian is losing his girlfriend arc. More like, okay. Oh my god, don't fucking. You just said that on the fucking internet. Miranda, you're stupid. Um, okay. So, uh, here we go. It's time now. It's time. Let's add the window capture. The very funny one. No, don't add that, you piece of shit. Uh, okay. So that's funny. I love accidentally. There we go. There we go. Here's the PowerPoint. There's the PowerPoint. From the beginning. Okay, awesome. Did it really do this to me? It really did do that to me. That's Lepic. Lepic. Uh, Here. Here we go. Media source. Let's see. Can we display capture? Ah, there we go. Capture no. There we go. Ah, okay, here we go. There's the hey, how's it going, chat? Let me get that off the screen there. Okay. Awesome. So, um as you know, real falcon has never been tried. And welcome to slide 1 out of 33. Okay. What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I'm coming here to make a couple points, making a couple points to you specifically. Falcon 9 is easily the best rocket ever made by almost every reasonable metric. It does not often outwardly show exactly why it's so good. If you've noticed, they've been selling it 67 million for like 5 years now. Falcon 9 has fulfilled almost every requirement of the launch vehicles for previously proposed sustainable moon Mars architectures, not talking about constellations. You see how I noted the word sustainable? That means you don't kill your astronauts. And Falcon 9 is being wasted on Starlink. Really quick disclaimer for the SpaceX employees in the audience. SpaceX, yeah, they're kind of fucking wasting it on Starlink. Look, I'm sorry. I know it makes like $10 billion launching and building Starlink. My point isn't that SpaceX shouldn't be using it on Starlink because, like, obviously, it is a very feasible commercial constellation. Again, as I said, it's making them like $10 billion. Um, and so like is yeah come on now. My point isn't that they shouldn't do Starlink. This is like like doing all this stuff that I'm about to say is like really feasible. Like, let's be honest here. All right, cool, very cool. Internet, satellite internet. Woo, yay, yippee. All right, versus this. All right, like which one really is cooler if you think about it? Because both of these are entirely technically feasible right now with Falcon 9. Um, so which one? Which one would you rather have? Okay, part one. Why is Falcon cool? This is just for the normies in the audience who don't comb over statistics and are indirectly responsible for getting websites put up about how many the current Falcon 9 landing streak. Cadence. Cadence. It's gonna hit 100 plus launches this year. Like unless something like goes horrifically wrong and it explodes and wipes out like Slick 40, 39, and many more, it's gonna hit 100. It's gonna hit 200 plus next year probably. There's an entire new launch pad coming online sometime soon. It hasn't had a failure in 8 years. It's got a whole new drone ship coming online, and then a whole other one after that. The market's continuing to expand. There appears to be no shortage of commercial missions. There are 58 commercial missions scheduled for this year. Last year it was 33. So show that to all your friends who say that the commercial market isn't really growing. It's growing. It's really growing. It's growing at a concerning rate, actually. Um, Okay. Yeah, price too. Yeah, this is gonna annoy people. Here's the thing. Okay, hold on. Quick difference. I wanna talk about price and cost. I should have put cost here because price is how much they're selling it for. Cost is what it actually costs to launch one. This one is annoying to deal with. So it's less than $20 million for sure. That's what we 100% know in like public information terms. It's like 15 million. It's about 15 million. Here are a couple of ways to estimate this. Elon said it in 2020 that like 15 mil was a good estimate, and like yeah, it's been 4 years. It's probably true now, at least. There's also a bad Starlink method estimation, which it's basically you multiply the amount of commercial launches by the 67 million, and then divide that by the total number of launches, and then you can get an average price per launch. It comes out to about 19-ish million per launch. So yeah. 67 million, by the way, that cost started before they were reusable. So like it obviously costs less than that now. Like somewhat obviously. Ken Kirtland had a really good estimate, which was 13-14 million. I meant not billion. That is a typo. Then there's also the transporter method, which I'll show on the next slide. We know second stage is around 7 million with fuel, and then there are like infrastructure, fuel, etc. About 6.2 million dollars based off some public statements that people have made. We know that booster refurb costs around 900K publicly, so that about gets you to the 15 million mark. It's more like 900, but who cares? So here we go. 16 million isn't even close. 67 million isn't even close to upper bound. Transporters flown a mission with 133 payloads. This included the payloads and this dispensers. Maximum that's 40 million using their pricing scheme. Even if everyone paid the minimum 300K for the rideshare, it wasn't. Again, that includes sats and dispensers. So this like and then yeah, if you go up like over mass, it evens out because it's like splitting the 300K. SpaceX also flew like 10 Starlinks on this one. So if we multiply some of the known masses also, transfer like 5 tons by 5K per kilogram, which just seems reasonable. We get about $27.5 million if we average it out with the ASDS one. Really low. So like you can see clearly here that 67 million is not even close to upper bound. Another point in why it's really cool, reliability. Reliability. Uh, LOL. It's very simple. Reusability, no, reliability, sorry, lol lamau. 339 flights, 2 failures, and that failure was 8 years ago. It's landed 228 times consecutively at this point. This includes all manner of conditions, winds, etc. No failures, just like it's launching every 2.5 days and it just launches. It just casually does the entirety of the 2019 manifest in 1 month. I don't think like you can grasp that. It does the entirety It does the entirety of its 2019 launch manifest in 1 month now. That's 5 years ago. That's 5 years ago. That's how much it's come for in such a short amount of time. Anyway, this is the best rocket of all time, and if you disagree with that, you're wrong. You know, for all the metrics listed below. Um, you can do a lot with this, can't you? You can do a lot with this, right? Right? You'd think with this you can do a lot. Part two, history lesson. Short list of what people wanted to do with lunar exploration sustainably. Okay, Project Horizon 1959, IPP 1969, Integrated Program Plan, if you don't know what that means. Early Lunar Access 1992, ACES 2015, Artemis 2021 Plus. I won't be talking about Artemis 21 because I'll talk about that in more depth in a bit. Let's get a quick overview. Project Horizon. The goal was a 12 person base on the moon. Requirements: it could launch Saturn A1. Would launch the majority of missions. It would be 13 tons. Its main thing would just be putting tiny little 500 kilogram lunar landers on the moon. 30 ton Saturn 2. This was just more for launching transfer stages and stuff. Um, if you notice, all of the payload diagrams for this is the Saturn 2, it's the big one. It had a smaller fairing than Falcon 9, which I find quite comical. The landing vehicle's dry mass was about 5.2 tons, wet mass was about 12.3 tons. Sorry, that should say fuel mass. It's not the wet mass, it's the fuel mass. The concept of operations was pretty simple. The lander would be sent on a directed sent trajectory, which if you don't know what that means, it would just be sent to like go to the moon directly and land on it. No orbit, no nothing, just directly smack on the moon. It would land, and then they would eventually get back with an ERV. By the way, I didn't go into detail on this because I didn't feel it was necessary. But the entire concept, half the concepts here, they involved using handheld Davy Crockett's as nuclear weapons against the Russian communists when they try to invade the base. Um, anyway, continued. Lunar return vehicle requires 15 flights of a Saturn 1 or 6 flights of a Saturn 2 to refuel. It'd have a 9-ton dry mass on launch. It would go back and forth from Leo to LLO to the lunar surface and back to Leo. Uh, Here's the integrated program plan. It would approximately require 29 tons to low Earth orbit once per week. Would require 4.6 meters payload support. If you note that Falcon 9 does have that. It would launch various payloads, station modules, space tugs. Here's some statistics on the space tug. It would be 4.5 meters, like I think it was like 18 meters long in its maximum configuration. I think the launch configuration was like maybe like 10 meters maybe. Either 39 tons or 14.7 tons of propellant. I couldn't tell this because the units were scratched out, so I have no idea what they mean. The dry mass for the propulsion module would be 2.9 tons, and I wrote this down. Annoyingly little known about dry wet masses. Excellent. And around two-thirds of the shuttle missions would be devoted to refueling. Okay. Plan number 3, early lunar access. This one, I'm sure you've seen it on Twitter, just because, you've seen it. It's a spitter favorite. The capsule would mass 3.7 tons. Lander structure would be 3.4 tons. Payload adapter would be 6 tons. Propellant would be 16 tons. It would fly another direct descent trajectory. It would rendezvous with a base on the lunar surface was the main mission. However, it was feasibly, like, it could support itself. It was designed to dock to FLO, but it could have been any real base. It didn't really matter. Um, if you'll note, all of these are able to launch modularly. This is important. ACES, private plan, first private plan delivered by ULA. It was centered on refueling. Single in space block, like used for refueling. That was the basic idea. ACES would be used as a depot, landing module, and an Orion service module. They basically wanted to do everything with it. Imagine if, like, this is what Starship does with Tropics. This is what Starship was doing with Tropics, but with everything. It required like a decent 100 plus per year launch cadence for like the more optimized of the trajectories. Yeah. How does this apply to Falcon 9? Get to the fucking point, Perigee, you idiot, you moron. We have a rocket that can now do most of this. I'd like yeah, like it's not even an estimation. There aren't even really many like upgrades needed, but behind like maybe giving the S2 the ability to refuel. Horizon can F9 do it? It's all about components with specified dry masses to Leo. It can launch all of those pretty easily. Flights may have to be split up into additional refueling flights. This, to put it mildly, is not a problem for Falcon 9 cadets. Maybe you'd need S2 refueling. If you just build a dedicated refueling module, it doesn't even really matter that much. IPP. It can do all the parts that the shuttle can. It's not a nuclear shuttle, so you're not getting that. It could launch a space. It could launch and refueling. Like, yeah. It also should be noted, by the way, this is if you take that transporter method from earlier and you divide it, the original goal for the shuttle was about $800 per kilogram. If you take that 15 million number seriously, it's about $862 per kilogram. So, yeah, again, this was actually the entire incentive behind making this video. Um, yeah, yeah, it's the original space shuttle. Falcon 9 is about the original space shuttle. It's a little bit better, arguably, because it launches even more frequently than they were originally planning to. Maybe you'd need an extended fairing for that big boy one, but other than that, no. Maybe S2 refueling if you feel like doing it all with Falcon 9s. Early lunar access. Yes, yes, Falcon could do that. Like maybe you'd need S2 refueling. You could just launch a dedicated tank. It's absurdly simple. It's genuinely absurdly simple. Yeah, it could do this. Aces. Yes. Yeah, obviously, dude, it's literally just the entirety of Aces is literally just refueling your S2. It's like trying to make it unique, but it's really just refueling your S2. That's it. They've made some pretty good progress on in space refueling. So like they could like give them like 2 years, and if they really wanted to, they could have it. Big takeaway, yeah, Falcon 9 could do this, and all of these pretty much multiple times a year. 148 a year cadence, is a thing. And Falcon 9 is the best rocket of all time, and we aren't taking advantage of it. If you want a rocket that does this, yeah, here's the solution. The solution, Starship. Starship just basically does all of this. Yeah, it's about it. The solution is you should enjoy Starship more. Okay, thank you everybody. There we go. Opinions. Opinions. Give me feedback. Give me feedback, chat. Thank you, Fazy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who just joined the stream. If you want my entire thing, you can go back about 15 minutes. Uh, incredible corporate propaganda. Appreciate it. God, I appreciate that. Hmm. Alrighty. Um. Thank you. Okay. Well, if you have criticisms for my arguments, I'd love to hear them. If you have any criticism for the price point, especially, because price is really annoying. Price is super annoying. So I'd love to hear some of that. Like any criticism for any arguments. Ah, God. I love how Miranda said I'm wildly overestimating. Yeah, that's the point. My only criticisms are the pricing, but if you want to be conservative as possible and have rough math to go behind it, it's not going to be helpful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Miranda, we both know the actual price. The problem is I just can't say trust me, bro, on a stream. How would reusable landers work? Unretracting? Pretty much. It's not that hard to unretract legs. I think, yeah, I think. I think the Luna missions, the Soviet Luna missions did that. Um, yeah, that's about it. Hold on. Let me. Where are you, Miranda? Where are you in my list? Okay, cool. That's pretty much the stream. That was pretty basic. Um, I will just be going now because now I'm gonna go visit my grandmother. So yeah, uh, hmm, maybe. Yeah, I'll stream KSP later tonight. But yeah, F9s are hydraulic. Yeah. Um, yeah, you can make legs retract. It is not the end of the world. I think it's been done. I think it's been done many times. All right. See you guys. I will stream Kerbal later though. I'll get you a time. I'll get you a time to stream Kerbal. So, yeah. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.